Good morning, it's Mike here again. Okay, so I just had another little thought regarding another person I met at Rachel Elnow's party at the weekend there. And this is quite interesting actually, I'm reflecting now as I'm talking to you. That it turned out that actually I'd met this woman before in 2005. She remembered when we first met, she said, I've met you before somewhere. To which I just smiled and said, yeah, I get that a lot actually. I get that even at airports. People think that they know me from somewhere. So of course my response is, do you ever watch Crime Watch? Because that's possibly where you've seen me. But I'm just joking, of course. But anyway, it transpired, we realised eventually, I think it took us 24 hours actually, because she was still there the next day, where it was from. And it was actually 2005, in fact, that I was crewing a Tony Robbins event in Scotland. There was a life mastery event in Scotland, and I was crewing that. And actually, her husband actually said, "You may remember my cousin." Don't you know? I crewed that particular event for 8 weeks, in fact. So I saw a lot of people coming through, and I said, "Well, I might remember your cousin." There was a lot of people there, and a lot of people didn't stand out. As it happened, his cousin did stand out actually, because his cousin was a larger than life person, and was wheelchair bound actually, and he had a fantastic little electric wheelchair, big electric wheelchair actually. Did all sorts of things with lots of gadgets, and he inspired everybody because we pulled him up onto a platform 30 feet high or so as well. And that was pretty awesome actually. He inspired everybody there, so I did remember his cousin, as it happens. Anyway, I'm digressing slightly because what I wanted to talk about was, okay, I won't name names just now because she might be watching and so on anyway. I don't want to embarrass anybody, but in her particular case, she was asking me for some advice and guidance regarding where she should go now on her website, etc. And I ended up pulling her away from the website side of things just to think about where she's at, because she started going down the road of telling me all the various qualifications and courses and things that she's done, but she thinks she needs to do this next course, etc. And I always rebel in my own head when I hear people saying I need to do this, I need to do that, or I can't do this, I can't do that, etc. I always rebel and think to myself, really, is that the truth? Because actually, most of the time you don't need to. There are consequences if you do, and consequences if you don't. And in her particular case, I ended up almost stopping her story, saying, stop, here's what I'm hearing as a third party. And it was that, I won't say her age, but let's say she's more than 50, okay? She's, as I said to her, you've got decades of experience and wisdom that you can share, and you could take your current learnings and lessons and share that, put that into somebody else's situation and say, here's what I get from that, and this is what I would do with that. Okay? So rather than assuming that you need to learn get yet another qualification, go off on another tangent, it's another excuse for why you're not succeeding right now, and another excuse to spend more money and time studying and not helping others and not being true to who you already authentically are and what you already know. Okay, and I've seen this before a number of times. I may even have been guilty myself, and yet there's others, whippersnappers, shall we say, 20 years old, going onto the stage and telling people how to do things. Though, you've got, take what you've got just now and trust, even if this is just your mantra that you choose to use, just trust that I'm doing the best that I can with the skills and knowledge and wisdom that I have and experience that I have already to date. Okay? And that may well change and evolve within the next 2 or 3 years or 10 years, 20 years, etc. Obviously, we're all changing and evolving, and that's cool. Your wisdom is getting bigger and bigger all the time. Your experiences are becoming wider and wider. You can help more and more people by being able to take that and put it into their situation. You can become compassionate with where they're at and relate to them on their level. So that was her lesson, and I just thought I would share that because I thought it may or may not help you if you're in that situation. If this has come upon your radar today and you're watching this video, then maybe it's for you today. Okay, so the lesson, to summarise, is you are already good enough for what you already know, and your knowledge and wisdom and skills and experience have cultivated to bring you to this point right now. Nobody else in the world has had the upbringing that you've had, has had the experiences that you've had, has had the self-talk that you've had to bring you to where you are right now. And those lessons are gold dust. There's nobody else on the planet has the lessons that you've taken from that, and that can then help other people. Okay, go forth, do something about it. Let's help other people. If that's who you are, let your light shine. Okay.